Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in the Hotel Orloff here in Hampton, Virginia. It is May the 11th, 2023, 4:40 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. And in a moment, we'll be joined by some special guests. In the meantime, how have you guys been doing on this rainy spring afternoon? Um, One of my favorite magazines from when I was a kid. I mean, it was a magazine that really inspired me. Was called Castle of Frankenstein, and it's been revived. It was revived once in the 90s, and I thought it was such a pathetic attempt to recreate that magazine that it actually ended in the mid 1970s that I never bought an issue. About the only thing, I think they went another 10 issues. I don't know, but it did not impress me. Now they brought it back. This is the second issue of the revival, and this is what it looks like now. Pretty much looks like it did back in the mid 1970s. So they've done a really good job with the cover. Now, they did that back in the 90s, but will the insides deliver? Because Castle of Frankenstein was an outstandingly written magazine, and very different from other monster magazines on the market back then. Let's see how this magazine stacks up. This is my first time looking inside. It's one thing I noticed, it's square bound. It was never square bound in its original run. Let's see. Looking inside, the typeface kind of approximates. Showing how they made Hunchback of Notre Dame. Interesting. The original magazine. Oh, well, they've got articles on Mexican horror movies from the 60s and 50s. That's good. What I'm seeing is the magazine looks right. It looks like the original magazine. And they would do things like this and have, the original magazine paid. I'll do an episode where I go through all my Castle of Frankensteins, and I'll show you this. I'll do that soon, either tomorrow night or Saturday. They have comics in it, which the original one would have like a comic story sometimes in it. It looks good to me so far. So sometimes you know the old saying, you can't go back, you can't go home again. The stuff that was cool back then will never come back, but possibly Castle of Frankenstein after, let's see, after almost 50 years, it's back, and it looks like it might not be as bad as everything else that's coming out today. And by that, I mean movies, TV shows, music, comic books, and all that. All right, so when we last left off yesterday, Kevin Johnson, the owner of Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, let me know that he had just purchased 6 long boxes of comic books from someone that had bought one of those storage units that had been abandoned or not paid for. So they had 6 boxes of comic books. They came in and sold it to Kevin, and we went through 3 of the boxes yesterday live. There were a few gems in there, a few things I wanted for my own collection, but for the most part, it was 1990 stuff. And I like the 60s comics. I like the 70s comics, the early part of the 70s, and really all of the 70s, but the earlier part is what I really like. The Silver Age and the Bronze Age. And of course, I like the Golden Age and I like the 50s comics, but that's kind of out of my price range. And that was not what was in these boxes anyway. Um, so we're going to look at the highlights of what was in the other three boxes here in a few moments, as soon as he gets a chance to come in. We've got one viewer. I just mailed off another disc. There's a series of DVDs that I'm putting out called The Tomb of Terror. And I'm working on volume 11 now. And I seem to be cranking out one or two a week because I really enjoy making them. And they are compilations of movie trailers, commercials, music, cartoons, all kinds of amazing stuff. Some people say it reminds them of Night Flight on the USA Network back in the 80s, or it reminds them of The Hypnotic Eye, which is a show I worked on with Joe Riley. At least I worked on some of the early episodes of The Hypnotic Eye with Joe Riley and helped him assemble those. So this is kind of like, if you like The Hypnotic Eye, you will enjoy this. It's far more up our alley than Night Flight. Night Flight had highlights, but usually I would set my VHS recorder to record Night Flight that was come on Friday and Saturday nights back in the 80s, late night on the USA cable network, and I might wind up with 10 or 15 minutes worth of stuff that I would edit out and keep. This show that I've created, and I will humbly say to me, it's amazing because it's everything I love. Some people have ordered all of them. I just sent one to, where did that one go? To Texas. And I think that's going to be there Tuesday. But this one that's going to Clifton Park, New York, for Mr. Tucker, I was just took it to the post office, and there was something weird about the address. I think the street address might not be exactly right, or it might be missing a digit. So I'm hoping that you, Mr. Tucker, in Clifton Park, New York, will, or I guess I'll have my wife contact you through email or something, or maybe you'll just tell me, I'm just reaching out to you if you happen to watch this show. Help me with this so I can get this off to you, which is, it's all ready to go. Should have gone out Monday, but here it is Thursday because, but it's getting out. But I got to get the address right because he said the guy at the post office couldn't find it, so I need to confirm that address. Isn't that fascinating? I had two viewers. Now I have one viewer because no one cared about me talking to you about your address. But you just get it in so I can get this stuff off to you. And if you want to order any of the volumes 1 through 11, they're $20 each. And that's postage paid. Just send a, I guess I should put the, how to, okay, let me put this crawl at the bottom. Welcome back to the Hotel Orloff in Heidelberg, Germany. Today we'll have several surprise guest stars. Don't forget to order episodes of the acclaimed Tomb of Terror DVD show by sending $20 postage paid to this PayPal address. There are currently 10. No, that's wrong. There are 11. But anyway, that's an old. So order one and see if you like it, and maybe you'll get addicted and buy more. Um, and let's see, I had the first review came to me. Where is that? Where did it? Oh, I'll be doing a show on Sunday night with Night Tiger, who's one of the most. He's a guy that collects Golden Age comics, and um, used to be the guys that collected Golden Age comics were all these older men that had been kids in the World War II, um, and I thought that's nothing I could ever collect because you had to kind of have been there at the time and to buy those books, and then they would trade because those books were worth astronomical amounts. But now there are younger people that are buying these Golden Age books, and anyway. Um, Steve Night Tiger is one of them, and he will. Man, I have two viewers now. Anyway, this first review, it says these DVDRs of Tomb of Terror are really amazing. Definitely my kind of entertainment. Reminds me of staying up late watching late night cable TV in the late 70s and early 80s when they would show excellent weird stuff, figuring the audience by then were night owls, insomniacs, and stoners. How many volumes of Tomb of Terror have you made now? And so if you would like to come on, um, if you'd like to come on, Dave, the guy that wrote this review, you're welcome to pop in. Oh, there are comments in the chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat room. It says, good evening. Whoa, what happened? Good evening, Ken, says Paulo. Well, let me get a get a glass of a glass of nutritious water, ladies and gentlemen. Ouch. Well, did you guys watch Donald Trump last night on the CNN town hall? That was quite entertaining. He mopped the floor with the lady that was there as the moderator or whatever, and it was supposed to be 90 minutes long. They had wound up ending it after a little bit more than an hour because I think they were realizing they were getting destroyed. Okay. Well, let's see here. It's Kenneth. I was only, I'm on now if you want to pop on. All right. All right. He said, okay. Okay. So, So, order some of these Tomb of Terror discs. You will be amazed and astonished. Consider it like, whoever thought Castle of Frankenstein would come back after that long hiatus of 50 years, since the mid 1970s? And who would have ever thought the Hypnotic Eye would return? And to me, when I watch what I've edited together, it really does flow and feel like the Hypnotic Eye. I just don't have the puppet, the cyclopean puppet that used to host that show. So let's it's a wonderful Thursday evening. It's just delightful. Here's a mug of my father's. Here's Gotham City Comics. Okay. All right, Kevin.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. So let's see what Kevin has uncovered. Well, he found a Batman Year 3. Oh, yeah, that's Marvel's Greatest Comics reprinting of that's the second or third part of the Galactus trilogy. Second, possibly. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a great issue. Paulo says that ad was great. What was that ad for?
This one?
Yeah, Spider-Man and the Human Torch. Yeah.
All right. What else? This was the biggest one, I guess.
Hold on. Either I'm freezing or you're freezing. Okay, go back because everything froze there when you were on New Mutants. So, what kind of condition is that in?
It's probably like a very fine.
Okay. Yeah, so that if anyone needs that, I'm going to be selling one soon because food is better than New Mutants 98. Let's see. I don't know that. Weird Science reprint. Cool. Are those EC reprints pretty priced? Oh, look at that. Weird Love. I don't know if I have that. Was that in his pile?
I found that in the back.
Oh, the internet's.
What was I going to show you over here?
Oh, I don't know. You're talking about Our Fighting Forces?
Oh, yeah, the ones featuring the losers. There we go.
Yeah, it isn't necessarily just the losers. It's like I'm just interested in old war books in general. Yeah, let's see what you got. Okay, yeah. I might have that issue. Yeah.
Another one of those. Remember, we found one yesterday. We already had one.
I don't know. Oh, GI Combat's good too. Is this the war section?
Yeah, there's all this other Charlton in here I didn't show.
Oh, you didn't.
We have
Oh,
those.
attack. Yeah.
We have battlefield action.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of wanting Charlton 66 to have first dibs on the. Oh, there's a Fighting Five. Yeah. One of those Fighting Fives from the 60s is where Peacemaker first appeared.
Yeah, I have
Fighting
that.
Army. You have it?
I have that first Peacemaker. So there's more Charlton in here than what I thought I had.
Oh, okay.
I heard him saying yesterday somewhere that the 70-cent ones are hard to find.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's the expert.
I looked through these and I didn't see any 70-cent ones. That must
I
have
don't
been at the
remember.
end. It must have been at the end when they went from 60 to 70.
Did he mean 75 cent? Because I don't remember comics ever being 70 cents.
I thought he said 70 cents.
I believe him. See the GI Combats.
You want to see those?
Yeah. I always love the logo of GI Combat. It's just so cool looking. Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh, what's going on there? Pull that one for my pile.
It's only $1.
Yeah, pull that one for me.
Most of these are $1 since they're half off.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh.
That little kid, the dog.
Oh yeah. Huh. Wow. Yeah, my internet must be really choppy.
There's 2 of those.
Oh yeah. Here's Meyer. How you doing, Meyer?
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
Not much. We're kind of. It's kind of like part 2 of yesterday's show. But right now he's showing us some more books. These aren't from those boxes he bought. These are just things that have been in his store stock that maybe we haven't seen.
Okay, cool. All looks like stuff that I like. It's all great
Yeah.
stuff.
And all those. Yeah, and all those little.
Oh wait, let me see the bottom part of that one. What is the Hitler's human weapon? Yeah, how much is that one?
Oh, that's cool.
$2.50.
Oh, $5.
$2.50 since it's half off.
Oh yeah. Pull that from my pile.
This one's cool too.
Yeah, I have that one. That's a that's a great cover. So yeah, someone should get that.
I'll take that if you want to start a pile for me, if you don't mind, Kevin. I'll take that.
Okay.
Dazzle says, I still have that issue of GI Combat. It should have Red Baron in it too, or something like that.
Cool.
My wife said that Eurovision competition sounds like a nightmare that Paulo's talking about. Ninja, the first kamikaze.
I'll take this one too. These are $250, right?
Is that
Yeah.
the same woman from the other book, the sorceress, or whatever? On the
No, she's different.
no, that's like maybe a queen or something. Yeah.
What's up, Jeremy? I'll grab your stuff in a second. Whoops. Threw that in your pile on accident.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. Go ahead and put it over there. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, I like all of these, and that's a great price for this era. I just love anything from this era, late 70s, right? Early 80s.
Yeah, these are the dollar books he's showing now.
Yeah, I'm fine with these. I like these. I'll take that one too. Unless Gratu wants these. I don't want to be.
This one's
stomping.
$2. This one's only $2.
You want that, Gratu?
No. I'm not. I mean, I in a perfect world, yeah, but perfect world, I'd want all of them, but I'm just trying to be real picky.
I know I need to back off too, probably.
All right. What else you guys want to see? Okay.
Well, the rest of you said you pulled out some piles from the 3 boxes from the highlights, and you said there were some metal men in there.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, deal with your customers first. Oh, so
I just finished shooting a video for that Tars Tarkus statue, and it's uploading
cool.
right now.
Is it going to be up tonight?
Yeah, I just uploaded it right now, so it could be up in like 15 or 20 minutes. I don't even know, because the way that my Wi-Fi is so weird. Sometimes I'll load a video and it will go, I mean, boom, it'll zip right through. Like, and it doesn't even matter how long they are. It could be a 12-minute or 15-minute or 17 or 30. It could happen with any of them. Other ones, it depends. It's probably the time of day. It probably has to do with the traffic.
I don't know why that is. Sometimes I found if I put my phone right next to the router, the Wi-Fi router, it goes real quick.
See you tomorrow.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
They working today?
Oh, no. I'll see you Tuesday.
How late does she work till?
Paulo talking about that Eurovision song contest.
Yeah, how do you watch that?
It's probably on YouTube.
So if you guys
I
want
mean,
to
I've seen clips on YouTube.
Did you watch
because
Trump on CNN? I watched that this morning about 5 in the morning.
Performances that I'm sure Paulo could tell you about.
Oh, yeah. Man, I don't even know what's going on in this country music-wise, much less anywhere else.
I only got one.
Oh, you only got one? Oh, okay. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
My wife wants that one.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, we're trying to talk to her.
That's first Nightwing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then we've got June too. You're doing Fan Fusion, right? No.
Yeah, we saw
This
that
is the
one.
best stuff from yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that Nightwing though yesterday. Oh yeah, okay. Is this like what you've?
There's all the good stuff we pulled out.
Yeah, I remember finding a copy of that. That's so funny. The
I have a bunch of
Venom,
those.
the female Venom.
Are those worth anything? These Johnny books, are these worth anything? Is there a following for that? The Johnny the Dead Kid?
If they're first prints, they're worth a lot.
Huh. Well, I think I have a bunch of those. They might be first.
And I think the Venom with the female Venom thing is worth some money too. Like
I sold
Okay.
one of these for 80.
We're already halfway through May. We haven't even got
Hold on, you cut out.
One of those she venoms I've sold for 80 in the past.
That's exactly the price I put on it at that store. Yeah. Yeah. I guess because I look up mycomicshop.com and that's what it was selling for.
My God,
I mean, because it's so funny. It just looks funny on a comic wall that
that's a lot of money for that comic. That's weird.
yeah, you know, people buy it because they've never seen a girl before. And this picture of a girl on the cover, and they
3.5 weeks.
all right.
I have a kid next door who's practicing the violin every day, and it's not driving me crazy now. At the point now, if I forget it's even there, but now I'm going to go close the window because I can just hear it over and over in my head.
Oh, is that the one? Were you going to pull that one for me? Or that the cover's gone, isn't it?
Coverless down.
Well, if it's like real super cheap, yeah, I'll take that one in my pile.
Wow, great.
I remember liking that issue.
Remember how those She-Hulk books that like jumped up like crazy used to just be in the dollar bins? I remember those all being in the dollar bins. Also, that West Coast Avengers with the white Vision on the cover, they were just all in dollar bins.
And that probably will be back there soon after both those. I mean, that She-Hulk series was so bad. It just tarnishes the original. I don't know. I try to just pretend none of these things ever happened so I can.
I do that. I do pretend. To me, they didn't happen. It's not canon to me. None of it is.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Let's see what.
Just ignore it.
Okay, Missing Mars must be. Okay, the one I was talking to. Okay, I get mixed up. Okay,
Yeah.
so you say use Clifton Park.
You wanted that one, right?
Yeah, I wanted that one. So not sure why it's not good. Actually, I get mail using both Clifton Park and Half Moon. Well, the thing is, they had looked at the zip code and they couldn't find the street address there, is what it was. If you could see what street address got, because you ordered one before and it got to you, so if you could find out what I wrote on last time, my wife, Cleo, you sent me the address to send the two envelopes. One of them that went to Walasco, Texas. The guy said that the last 8 on the zip code should have been a 9, so we changed that. But in this one, he couldn't find this address at this zip code 12065. So I was just wanting. One, I guess it's Missing Mars needs to get me the address that my, I don't know, post office will like, so I can get this thing off. But I just tried to send it. Post office is closed now, but I could get it off tomorrow.
All of this stuff came from those long boxes yesterday, right?
Yeah.
These are good books. You should be able to recoup your cost on all of this stuff.
Well, they said that if it's a small post office, what they would do is they just say, "Is there someone by this name on your route?" I mean, they would just that's what they do at my post office, but there's not many people that live here. It's something's up about I don't know. So just send me the address that actually gets to your house. I mean, I don't want to read your address out loud on the live show, but maybe my wife Cleo, or also known as Greta, here in the chat, maybe she could talk to you privately and get what, because I mean, I know you know your address, but something screwy, probably on my end. but I'll get it off tomorrow. I get confused between everybody's moniker here on the show and what their real names are when
Right.
Okay. So this is stuff we didn't see yesterday. There's Ronan. You were talking about that, Meyer.
Yeah, that was a good book.
But we didn't see these books yesterday, did we?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. What is that, about a $30 book, or is it more than that?
20, I think.
I don't know. Okay.
Hey, Kevin, do you have any more of those Super 7 Toho reaction figures, or that any Shogun Warrior Godzillas?
Let me check and see. me know
Yes,
when you're
Cleo, the zip code you sent me is correct. That was that. And I'm not going to be on real long, Cleo. We're talking about getting some food here in a bit, so I'm not going to. This isn't going to be a 4-hour live stream. Just
You wanted this one, right?
Oh yeah, I wanted that one. Yeah, that's just so cool. Which I probably already own it, but I don't know.
Give me a second.
Sure.
So these will just put back and then we'll do this deck and then my figure will buy.
My wife goes by many names: Colty, McNulty, Greta Orloff.
Spiral?
Yes.
She kind of sends me the addresses once from PayPal. She gets the PayPal address, sends it to me, and then I make out the envelope and get it to the post office. And so I don't like looking at my phone very much because the blue light is killing my eyes. So she does me she kind of helps me with all that.
It's him or me?
Pretty sure I gave it to you.
This is pretty cool.
This is what what are you showing?
This a little Judge 6-inch
What is
Judge
that?
Dredd.
Judge Dredd figure?
If there's
Yeah,
any
it's
more.
This is old. This is from
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't know if this is my Wi-Fi or everybody else's, but you're frozen.
98.
Oh, you think it might have got put back?
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's a cool figure. It's got extra weapons and stuff. And he looks just like the comic Judge Dredd, which is nice to see, right?
Yeah, I missed everything you said because my internet's being crazy.
I was just talking about that Judge Dredd figure. Nothing.
Yeah.
Just saying it was a
I
good.
remember you talking about that the other night. None of you are freezing to me, says my wife.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's just like
I got this. So you remember this Hot Wheel, the Red Baron?
yeah.
It would have been right here.
This is the 20.
Is that a reproduction?
Version? It's a reproduction that they came out in the early 90s when Hot Wheels hit 25. But even back in the 90s, it doesn't say Red Baron on this packaging. And I think it's interesting how they took the spike off the top.
Oh.
There used to be a little spike. The old one had more of a pointed spike on it. And this one's just like a dot. You see it?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like if they had a spike fit in the packaging.
Yeah, I think that they like retooled it a little bit for modern day, and even that they even did that in the 90s. I agree, Fester, he did smash it last.
Yes, Cleo, that's the exact address I wrote on the envelope, and they had some trouble with it. They said they couldn't find that address with that zip code. They couldn't find the address.
There you go. Do you want to grab those other books?
Oh wow.
Quick draw
Um,
McGraw.
Trump smashed on CNN last night. Yes, absolutely. He was awesome indeed. This is the new incarnation of Castle of Frankenstein. It looks pretty authentic to what it looked like when it last appeared in its real form in the 1970s.
When did this come out? When did that come out?
I got 2 more of those guys if you need one.
I do. Can I get one of those, please?
Yeah, I'll put one in your pile.
Oh, thank you, Grant, too. I'm so glad you just showed that. So tell me about the magazine. How is it?
I was showing it earlier. It looks authentic to me. I haven't read it yet, but the one that came out in the 90s when they tried to revive it, I never bought an issue. The covers looked right. They even had the original guy that did some of the early covers in the 60s. Larry Ivy was still alive then, and he did some covers. But the interior was not the same. It was not the same people. It wasn't. Calvin Beck was gone, and it just felt cheap, and I guess their heart was in the right place. This is far.
If you find that,
I'll ask them.
yeah.
I only have a couple issues of the original magazine. I love them.
It's a magazine that's worth seeking out.
One.
And I don't think it's super expensive to do it. You can
I thought it was that one that was down there.
probably get a collection from mycomicshop.com pretty easily.
Yeah, you can. It's about $10 an issue. I mean, except for like the real high conditions and the early issues, it's going to be $10-20. Yep.
It's very well written, and the Monster Times was the other one that was really great. And of course, Famous Monsters is the original. But there was something about Castle of Frankenstein and Monster Times that was just really special. They all 3 of them had their own
How much are you selling that for?
pluses,
I'm not sure yet.
minuses. Well,
You know, will you decide on it?
no, I wouldn't say that Monster Times only minus was the cheap newsprint it was printed on. Famous Monsters minus. It had wonderful production design, but the writing was geared to 7-year-olds.
Yeah, it was corny to me when I was 10. Even though I still bought it, I bought it for the pictures. I bought it for the pictures. That's
I always thought that it wasn't that he thought that little kids would think that was funny. I always thought it was like making it less
906.
dangerous seeming to parents, to mothers. I thought maybe that's why he did the dopey writing and the little jokey things, making it funny, so that it wouldn't just seem like they're buying something that just nothing but pictures of zombies and rotting corpses for their kids. But because I couldn't think of any kid that would really like those puns and that. But there's a certain kind of collector nerd that loves puns. I've met a few, and
right.
He was like the ultimate nerd ever on the face of the earth, where he's even learning that he was all into that stupid fake language, Esperanto. Remember
Oh, that's right. Robert,
those
that's right.
people into science fiction, some of them from that era thought,
Yeah, let me know when I
have
get it
this
paired.
new language that will be universal, Esperanto.
Get with
Well,
you.
he was friends with L. Ron Hubbard, wasn't he? Like, I mean, they
Oh
were.
yeah, but that was before, yeah, because L. Ron Hubbard said, "Hey, I had the real money." It was, I don't want to. I probably shouldn't talk
But
about
yeah,
that because they're very litigious. But
actually had some connections when you think about it. That's interesting.
but yeah, yeah, he. All right.
Was I? Oh yeah, the magazine. You had a chance to look through it.
Yeah, yeah, it looks very much like it did. It's I from what I can see, it meets my seal of approval. Is there any way to? He's got some old famous monsters there too, Meyer. If you're interested, that I already had, um, uh, and I highly recommend you get the issue of Monster World with the Santa Claus Frankenstein
Oh,
because
I have
that's
that one. The old
oh
one, you mean? The original? Yeah, I've got it.
yeah. Um,
Oh, that's no. Keep going.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
I've got that. I love that King Kong special. That one.
and he's got some old Mads in there that are in pretty good shape.
Did you like the ones I sent you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're great. So, buh, buh, buh.
Hold on, let me find that magazine before I forget.
You said that there were some metal men that came in those boxes that you got yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay, so we must not have finished going through that.
this I just got too. Issues 1 through 5.
Yeah, that's the new soft cover one. I've got the hardback one.
Is it possible, Kevin, to get the Castle of Frankenstein before this one, or is it sold out completely?
I tried and it was sold out.
Okay.
That was just sold out through Diamond. Maybe they have it on their website. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Did
trying
you
to
ever
find where I
find
put.
out also about that beach blanket or whatever that had all the spook show posters on it, or towel or whatever that blanket, whatever it was?
I found the company. I just haven't reached out to them.
Okay.
Did I send you the name of them? Because I already forgot what it was.
Uh, I think you did, or
Oh, here they are. They're right here.
okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll take
You
one of
want
those.
Okay. Put it in the bag and board. Hold on.
So surreal to see that come back with that original logo and everything. Um,
I watched a really good movie last night, a documentary that I hadn't seen before. I think it was on Tubi, but it's I highly recommend it to you guys. It's called Life Animated, and
oh,
it's a documentary about a autistic boy who learned how to speak by watching Disney animation. And
oh,
it's really good. I mean, I recommend it to you guys. Life Animated,
okay.
really
Thank you.
uplifting
Um,
story, and it's got a lot of really, it's it makes you pine for old Disney. It really, that movie will alone makes you go, wow, what the shit happened to Disney? Because you can see
right.
how Disney affected this kid in such a positive way, and then imagine that it doesn't really happen the same way anymore.
No, Disney is horrific now. So these are 60s reprints from the early 70s. Um, yeah, these two and that Teen Titans I would want in my pile if that's all right. Yeah. It's interesting how they just reprinted the whole page, including the way it looked at the 60s with Metal Men at the top and the DC logo. They just, even though that wasn't the way they did it in that era, they just reprinted it exactly.
Yeah, they did. I think I have the first one, not the reprint. Got the original one.
Okay, that
This
one
DVD was
could
really
be a
cheap
real
when it was
60s one. I can't tell.
These Metal Men, like in the 70s or the late 70s, were like dollar books. I have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So even though they were 12 centers, I bought them just because they were 12 centers because it was like 1979, and I read them, and then I got to know and like Metal Men through that.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'd like that one too, even though it's kind of destroyed. That's a bad fold. I've never seen a fold that much.
You can fold it up, put it in your pocket.
Yeah, that doesn't even
That's
really
what
wouldn't.
everybody does.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all ready for you to take it for a walk to the park or the beach or wherever.
You
Throughout
get
your
on your
day,
bike, you
just
put it in
read
your
it while you're on the
pocket,
bus.
and you get on your bike and take off.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
exactly. Put it in your back pocket, get on your bike, and go to your friend's house to show him the cool shit inside.
Yeah, I don't think I have that issue. It's just something to read. Spacemen, strength and endurance. Yeah, I don't have that issue either. That's when they kind of became mod, or actually they kind of became human, as I recall. Excuse me. Ah, look at that. This is one of the great ads.
Yeah. Imagine if that had been a real sub, and that there was just scores of little kids offshore and in lakes and pools in little subs. How cool would that have been?
Yeah. I just wish I was president. I'd send a whole bunch of those to Zelensky. Here's all your weapons. Cardboard subs.
That would be hilarious. And tiny little plastic planes. That's a
Yeah.
great ad. That should
Yeah,
be a
all the
big
weapons are actually like the size of Hot Wheels cars.
Yes. They come packed in a little cardboard footlocker like it shows on the ad.
Yeah.
Oh, Palisades Park. This also should be like a print or a lot of these.
Palisades Park, does it still exist?
I don't know. I always thought I always wanted to go there, and because of the song and the ad.
Oh, yeah. My wife wants me to pick up something from 2 different spots. That's fine. So, yeah. What I really covet is your, I got to find, if you ever see another one, Kevin, of the sea monkey food, that would be a cool thing to have. Yeah. What were we just looking at? Yeah. Put that in my pile too. And
You want that Teen Titans, so Sean?
yeah, the Teen Titans, all the Metal Men. I'm sorry, Meyer. I'm kind of being a.
No, I don't go for it, man. I'm sitting back. I already have enough stuff. I've spent a bunch of money this month. I'm cool. I got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they're all 60s hippied
Oh,
out
there's
here.
the Boaterific ad.
That's the boat thing you were talking about, right, Meyer?
That's the Boaterific ad for those. That's just one of them. They were really pushing those toys at this period. There were multiple full page ads for these toys. The same one that me and Hans got.
Yeah, those were toys that never came into my world. My older brothers, as far as I know.
You look at the spike on the top.
Yeah. Well, that's the model kit, though. That's not the Hot Wheels.
It is the model kit, but I think that the Hot Wheels design changed. I don't know for sure, but
yeah,
it kind of looks like it.
To me, that's the ultimate Hot Wheels deal. That package design with that car, what you have there is like
that's
ultimate.
why I always wanted it. And I had the car when I was a kid, but it was long gone. I have no clue what happened to it. My original.
I see in my mind the wacky package based on it, which was Shot Wheels. And I think the car was on fire and it was burning the kid's hand or something. Painted by Norman Saunders.
Kevin, what are your thoughts on those Super 7 garbage pail kids? Like I was just looking at an atom bomb that was like glow in the dark or something. Oh, are these them?
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
that one glows.
So do you like these? The plastic is quality and stuff. I don't have anything like this from Super 7. Like I'm thinking about buying it, about getting these.
I've never opened one.
Oh, you haven't?
I like these better.
What is this? Is this an older?
Yeah, from the 80s.
Oh, okay.
What Super 7 stuff do you have in your store?
Oh, it's a pop-up. Oh, look at these.
Oh, do you know when you're getting the Super 7 1950s comic book ones?
It'll be a little bit because they're trying to get enough orders right now so that they can distribute them.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're sending them all out to individuals.
Yeah, if you order them directly from Super 7, you would get them, but I get them wholesale.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm the last to get them usually.
I see.
They want to make them as much money as they can first, and then they. These are all Super 7.
Yeah.
These are really close to the original ones they made in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. I thought they were original at first.
These
Cherries
look
are cool. We got He-Man, Turtles. I don't like the Turtles. These don't make sense. These don't make sense because we already had figures in the 80s, 90s. Why are you trying to make a retro version that has nothing to do with those?
Yeah.
I like it better if they make something that was never made back then.
Do you have any of the Universal Monsters with the Go-Go's cards with those crazy colors, that look like the Famous Monsters covers?
I have these, the glow in the dark.
Oh, okay.
The ones you're talking about have these amazing cards, but the figures are real dinky and
They are. It's kind of like you're paying for the card in a way. I mean, that's because you're using it as a
you
display.
cut out, but you probably said it's kind of like you're buying a card.
Yeah. It's like you're paying for the illustration just as
Right.
much as you are the figure, because you're not going to take the figure out of the packaging. So it's something that it's a display piece.
Right, exactly. So I saw.
And now they're $20. They're even more now.
Oh,
The colorful ones? No, I don't have any of those.
well, at least they're still letting you see the figures. Because I think that both of you were telling me that all these new toys, or you can't even see the toy inside; it's all sealed in. So,
All right.
Okay. Thanks,
Anyway.
man. Thanks for showing that.
oh, there's more. Okay, I might want that Captain Marvel too, and that Metal Man. Hopefully, that's. Oh, it's got Thanos in it. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Shoot, that's probably gonna make it pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I still like it.
That's great. I had a friend in 8th grade that just because his name is Marvel in the comic, he would always refer to this comic book as Captain Marvel. And I'd be like, its name is Captain Marvel, right? He's Captain Marvel. The comic is Captain Marvel. But this kid was insistent about that, right? It was like, just like what you were saying before. He was one of those kids that you hate
Yeah, that's
get
horrible.
conversed with at the comic shop,
I remember in 3rd or 4th grade talking on the phone with one of my fellow 4th graders, and I just discovered Stan Lee, and all this. And I'm telling him about Stan Lee that I thought created all these characters because that's what you were told in Origins of Marvel Comics. And I said, and it was just like I said, yeah, I like that one too. It was just like the Abbott and Costello, who's on first, because I was telling him about Stan Lee, and he said, "Well, what's his last name?" And it's like he couldn't. He thought it was Stanley.
Yeah, they were talking about that movie.
Like, and we
It's
went
Snake.
on for 5 minutes, man. This is 1974. No, his name is Stan Lee. Okay, I'm so glad we're into stuff that other people want now because I don't want more stuff in my pile. Is this Todd McFarlane stuff that we're looking at here?
Yeah, that couple of those were.
What a relief.
Spider-Man.
Such a relief
good.
when I see and of course Fester points out $20. Thanks, Joe Biden. Yes, because plastic is made from oil, and therefore action figures go up. Anything made of plastic when that price goes up. That is something someone would really want.
Controversial Frank Miller cover.
Yeah.
Nobody even blinked when it was on the stands. Nobody.
There's one that
low tier, low selling title.
Isn't there one where he's like crucified and there's Klan members or something like that? Or at least I don't remember. But the one I'm thinking of, Klan, is written in the same font as the KISS logo. And it just really looks weird. Like they're trying to make the word Klan look cool, and the K and everything. It just looks just like the
black.
Oh my gosh, Jack Kirby, what is wrong with you? You're getting
this was all 25, 50 cents 20 years ago. 25.
This is what happens when Jack Kirby writes his own.
Oh, it was terrible. It was so bad. Although I kind of liked 2001, like the first 6 issues of 2001.
Because people can say all they want. Stan Lee did nothing, but okay, that's pretty valuable. I think that's the first of that guy.
Nice cover.
Killmonger.
That character was in the first Black Panther movie. They just didn't call him Man Ape.
Or here's the first one of these first Killmonger.
That's the first Killmonger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those were valuable. I don't know, that last Black Panther movie that didn't even have the Black Panther in it might have brought the prices down. 70 cents.
That's what I'm saying. It was 70 cents.
Right. Yeah, they couldn't even sell it for $1. You're right. Yeah. So the Marvel Cinematic Universe was able to take these characters no one cared about and make normal people care about them, and then they just sank it like the Titanic right after Endgame. I mean, it was so pathetic. But for a while, they were really on a roll. Like movies like Winter Soldier. I mean, that was a great movie. And how is that the same? Ridiculous. Yeah, this person has a lot of Black Panther books.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these books.
I've never seen that issue.
Yeah.
I think I've got that one.
Yeah, I have this one.
Not sure. I have the first Black Panther and Fantastic Four. That's, I think, the one to get. Is this more of that box?
Yeah, look at he had magazines stuffed in there.
Oh no! In a comic box. Oh man.
Oh, Bizarre Adventures destroyed.
Those people with the irons could probably flatten that out and make it look
Yeah,
somewhat okay. Well, maybe not.
I don't know. I
That's
think
still
that they like pride themselves on the ability to like steam out these creases and bends and stuff.
pride themselves on what it cut out.
Oh, on being able to steam out those bends and creases. They have those
Yeah,
pressing
yeah.
things.
But I mean, to go through that process for a book that's not super valuable.
I know. I agree.
Those are books to test out your skills when you're first learning. Make sure,
Yeah,
you know.
right. That's probably it. Exactly.
Are these ones you haven't looked at yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. So we're back to yesterday where we're. I thought you said you'd gone through everything and pulled out
I
all
just
the
went
good
through
stuff.
and put them. I just put them right side up.
It keeps freezing. I can't hear. Do you ever get in the revival of All Star Comics with the first Power Girl?
I've never had it now.
I have it here somewhere, unless it just spontaneously combusted, and it's been driving me crazy for so long. I don't know how I can't find it. It must be in a box with magazines or something, because it's just not where it's supposed to be, and I'm almost tempted to buy another copy. Um,
I had a box that was in my closet that was like an unorganized like overflow of like a stack of like 20 comics mixed with miscellaneous other stuff. And when my last girlfriend moved out, she took that box. Inside that box was like some of her stuff as well, but there were comics in there and she just took it and I didn't know until it was gone. And it really bummed me out because there was a couple what was in the box that I missed that I find myself like, oh, where is it? Was that
yeah,
issue of Wolverine with Wolverine and Joe Fixit in suits on the cover? Remember that one, standing side by side? That one was in
yeah,
there, and then also the first two issues of the original Cyber Frog from the '90s that I got in a quarter bin like forever ago were in
oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's like a big deal. You know what I mean, Kevin? I was like really bummed because I was like, when Ethan Van Sciver became big on YouTube, I'm like, oh crap, I've got those Cyberfrog issues, and I'm like, oh shit, they're in the Tina took.
Yeah, I sold all our copies when he got big because they were selling for a ton of money. They were in the dollar bins.
Yeah, that's where I got mine, was in the dollar bins.
I can never look at those vigilante books seriously anymore after watching the Peacemaker TV show. Because
Oh, I didn't see that.
oh, you got to watch it. But then I mean, he looks just like the character. He's such a such a insane nerd, but he's dangerous. But he's
These covers are so stupid.
yeah, I've never seen those books. Shoot.
How about the thing that Marvel started doing, like, I don't know, maybe it's been 20 years now, where they completely removed the concept of the splash page. So instead of, you open the comic book and it's just a black piece of paper with a synopsis and the name of the creators. There's no splash page. That was just a terrible thing. I can't even, that turns me off. As soon as I open a new comic and I see that, I'm like, I don't even want to read it.
My wife is Are you responding to someone in the chat when you say I don't think you sound like him, Gratz? I think she's talking about what Night Tiger said one time, that I sound like what's the guy that does Cyberpunk?
Yeah, I don't think
Ethan.
You don't sound like him.
I guess maybe we sound a little bit alike. I can kind of hear it, but
yeah, I don't hear it.
But she says she doesn't hear it. I could probably do a good impression of him if I tried, like that guy that does the Stan Lee impression on the Geeky Puppet Show.
That guy is he's so
incredible.
He sounds just like. Remember when what was it, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends? Remember when that first came on? It would have the introductions by Stan Lee's voice. You know. Yeah, he's dead on. He sounds just like him.
Yeah, if I could, if I could write some dialogue for that guy to read in Stan Lee's voice, it would be so fun. In fact, I really wish I could have him introduce my Tomb of Terror show. I need to befriend that guy and get him to do some readings for me, because it would.
He watches Four Color Fossils. He's in the chat sometimes on Four Color Fossils.
Okay, what's his name?
Trusty Sidekick.
Oh, I've seen him. I don't know if I've ever seen him in the chat on my channel, but okay.
Yeah, I've seen him on Four Color Fossils.
Yeah, I've got a. This is Stan Lee. Welcome to the Tomb of Terror, and then I could have him say all kinds of stuff. That's.
Yeah, maybe you could have him say some stuff about like the Filipino caretakers and about Roz and about his daughter Judy or whatever.
I'd have him do bumpers in and out of commercials.
Something about his schizophrenic daughter that spent all of his money, all that, you know.
His daughter was schizophrenic. I know his daughter was unable. I think was really unable to ever take care of herself because she'd always been pampered.
Yeah, and she has some mental health diagnoses, and so that on top of it, I think, is what I read. Is that she's like a trust fund person.
Yeah. That's probably valuable to somebody.
Some of these books, when you pass by them, I remember where I was when I bought them off the rack. Like these last, I bought them from Denver, Colorado. I was in the Army at the time, going to school in Denver. This is 1988, 1989.
Is that where they have all the underground stuff, or you're probably not supposed to talk about that?
It's close to that, yeah, but that's not where I was. I was actually in the city in Denver.
Yeah. What do we have here? Is it a portrait of Ra's al Ghul frame?
This is number 700.
Okay.
Never seen this cover.
So are there any other like continuing titles that have gone on longer than Four Color? Like, are there titles that are over like 1,000 right now?
Maybe Action?
I don't know. Did they restart Action, or is Action like in the 700 or 800s, Kevin?
They may have restarted it and then realized that was stupid and I think they're actually doing the actual numbering now.
Okay, that's good.
I could have sworn.
Action's over 1,000.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right. $1,054. Okay. You see all those names on the cover? what the hell? Why do you need to have the person sharpening the pencils names is on there? I mean, that's kind of funny. That's like the irony of the whole thing. No one is interested or buying
Is
the
that
book,
everything from those 6 boxes now?
but they're putting the names on the cover like that's something important or that it's going to increase sales or something. I don't even
Yeah, I don't
understand.
know what they're thinking. I'm just excited. Saturday, I get to watch the Donald Trump rally live on TV.
Cool. Is he there? Is he
He's in Des
in
Moines. Let me see what the weather's going to be like. He's at some stadium amphitheater that's at some, I think, a water park or something, and it's like real space age looking with like, it looks like a flying saucer and all kinds of weird mid-century looking decorations.
Thanks for showing us all this, Kevin. This has been fun, man. I appreciate it. I really, appreciate it. Yeah.
There were a lot more war books, Meyer. If you want to, what you could do sometime is do a face, I don't know, like a phone where connection with him, where you guys share the images on a phone. I don't know what you call it, live chat on a phone, and he could show you all those.
We could do
He's
that.
got
Yeah,
a lot of war books.
Yeah, if you'd be maybe next time I call you and we could do that, Kevin, if that's possible or something.
Yeah.
I'll make a list or something, and then
That book is really cool. Go back to Conan Universe. As I recall, inside it's really interesting. Look, Afghanistan. That's what I remember. Instead of Afghanistan, it's Afghanistan. Look at that. It's like all the different countries, and
you have this already, Kratu?
I have it. If you want it, I mean, take it. Look how much fun that is.
Oh, okay. Is there anything else, any other damage on it? Or that's it? What is that? A couple bucks, Kevin?
I'll throw it in for free for you.
Oh, cool.
My
Thank
Wi-Fi
you.
is cutting everyone out. Look at the map of the whole world there.
Oh my gosh, it's super in depth. It's wow.
It's fun. Yeah, it's in crummy shape, but this is a good reading copy until you get a better one. And you don't see this very often. I've only seen it a couple of times in a store.
I would have loved this when I was a kid. When I was a kid we played Dungeons and Dragons, and I played Dungeons and Dragons with kids that didn't read comic books. And so I would use that map and of Hyperborea, and I would make adventures based upon what I had read in the Roy Thomas, John Buscema Conan comics. And they didn't even know. And I would be like dungeon mastering them in Conan's world. They didn't even know about it.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Thank you, Kevin. That's awesome.
Were you gonna put that in your pile, Meyer, or no?
Yes, yeah, that he did that.
Oh, he did. I'm only hearing half of the stuff that people are saying, and I don't know if it
all sounds completely.
I don't know if I'm the one that's initiating the StreamYard. If my Wi-Fi is weak, does that cause everyone's Wi-Fi picture to freeze, or is it just me and everyone else is coming through clear to StreamYard? I don't know, because everyone else seems like has to go through my computer. I don't know how this stuff works, but I probably need to do this. I just have been enjoying doing these live streams on the porch instead of upstairs so I can watch the world go by. But the Wi-Fi is not as good here. I think I probably need to, as soon as we go through this box, I'm probably going to need to go get food because my wife is starving and I'm starving. But let's just finish this one box. Yeah. He says, next time, do this after we eat. That was valuable for a little bit until people saw how crummy that character was on the Falcon show, the U.S. agent. Whatever he is. Uh-oh.
Some of the titles, like Cat's Eden song, not a comic book title.
What is?
Moonshadow. Like, it's such a strange,
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to
think
get
of a Cat Stevens song when I hear Moonshadow.
Yeah, me too. That's what I thought of too.
Yeah, it's not a good superhero name if that's what that was.
Mm-hmm. Green Lantern getting dental work done. Root canal.
I never liked that mask design for whatever that Green Lantern was at that era.
Me neither. I wasn't into it either.
I'm trying to send a text message to my wife, but this restaurant has such a weird spelling that it won't. He keeps spell correcting it to taught.
I went to a restaurant in Iowa, and the name of the restaurant is The Restaurant.
It's called The Restaurant.
Okay. Is this the last box that you haven't gone through? Okay, good. So I'm about to get murdered.
I had a friend who used to refer to his wife as the War Department. I thought it was hilarious. So he would say, "All right, let me get this call." He'd answer the phone. He'd say, "All right, we got to go. It's the War Department." And so he would, anytime his wife would be, giving him directions or something like that, it'd be like, "I just got off the phone with the War Department. I've got to be home by 10:30."
I thought that Silver Surfer from that time period was kind of just an ugly looking comic book.
I didn't like the logo. The logo was terrible. It looked like what is it, like little thin neon light tubes or something.
Yeah, it just was.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Okay. Let's see. She says I should use that line too.
I always thought it was a funny line. I thought it cracked me up when I first heard it. I thought it was a funny line.
Yeah. I gotta feed the dog here. You need some food, huh? I'll feed her and then.
No, we lost Kevin. Well, I don't know what to show you guys. There's this kind of weird, crappy looking John Carter of Mars figure sitting here on the table. Here's
We
a really
lost
good
Kevin, you say?
This Black Panther figure is really cool because it looks like his
Oh, he's
first.
trying to get back in. Okay, we got to do this quick, man. Dog gets very aggro and she needs food. No, she was actually being nice. I'm backstage. All right, we got you.
I had to change phones. I'm on the phone with the bad mic now. You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes.
you.
My wife says she loved the John Carter movie. Were we talking about John Carter?
I just showed a John Carter figure. I liked the movie too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the movie. Yeah, it's just there were things that they could have done in the movie to make it better. But if she hasn't read the book, so
Yeah, I agree. I think they did a good job of a lot of it. What's the name? What was the name of his dog? Starts with a W. I really liked that part of the movie.
Woola.
Yeah, they really captured that pretty well,
Yeah,
and I liked how they did the Tharks. The Tharks were good. I liked it. I thought
yes, the Tharks were great. I would have made him seem more. I would have had I mean, I guess that actor was okay, but I think I would have gone for a more tough guy. He's just seemed a little bit more. John Carter should have been also more of an old-fashioned Southern gentleman. I don't remember if that guy even had a Southern accent. He should have had a thick Southern accent, and he should have been a really big guy. And there should have been a scene where he's, looking up, he's looking up at the stars, reaching out with his hands, like, bring me back, and stuff like that. But I think they wanted to downplay the Confederate angle because, they just a hero that was part of the Confederate Army. They probably don't want to have that in a modern movie. And but it was great. I don't remember the musical score that much. It should have had a great musical score, but that's the way it is with all movies today. There's no great musical scores anymore. But I'm just quibbling. But they sure marketed it. They didn't market the movie correctly. So normal people just think that that's a Star Wars ripoff, when in reality it's the other way around. And even Superman, and Flash Gordon, just about everything comes from John Carter. Okay. Yeah, this Vertigo. I don't care about that. Yeah, we ought to. I keep thinking I should have a whole wall of crucifixion covers because it seems like a lot of heroes have been crucified.
It's on the other side. Oh, thank you, man. It opens on the side.
Disney's upset because military units and police units use that Punisher skull, so they altered the skull on the Punisher in the comic books because they're a bunch of Marxists. And now it looks like a Japanese demon skull. I think these books here are valuable to a certain degree. Which one is that? That looks older.
That was one of the
No,
first
it
issues
isn't.
of
It's
Daredevil that I ever bought. This 25 center right here. That was early Daredevil for me. Maybe my first issue of Daredevil.
Well, that is that a what is that exactly? Let me see what number that is.
139.
Oh,
third center.
139. Well, okay, let's. You said that's the first Daredevil you ever bought?
Yeah, it's one of the first ones. It might be the first one I ever bought.
Yeah, I don't remember this issue.
And this is the period that I first like this one, and then maybe 141 and 142 with the owl and
Oh yeah.
the blue or the beetle, maybe the beetle.
Yeah.
It's like this is one of the first 3 issues of Daredevil that I ever bought off the stands right here.
Yeah.
And Daredevil, I mean, I didn't know anything about it. There was no popular introduction to Daredevil. Nobody knew about this character. This is bottom tier.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind you throwing that in my pile there, Kevin. Hopefully there won't be anything else good in the box. Okay. I have that. That's a good issue. Good cover. It's really starting to rain outside. Yeah, that artwork is ugly to me. I mean, I find that hideous. Watch it be an artist I like. I mean, just this whole time period. Yeah. There was a TV series of that, which I don't think anyone ever watched.
I heard it was
Or
good.
really even knew it existed. Did you ever read that comic, Meyer?
Yeah, I think I read a couple issues. Zero interest, and the issues that I have were that same situation I described to you before, where I went to the PX and there was nothing, and so I just grabbed an issue or two. So
Right.
I read them back in the late '80s, and they were not
Yeah.
good. Just didn't want to keep reading it.
Yeah.
You guys all set? All right.
But I think that Cloak and Dagger definitely has a following. There's people that like it. I think it's mostly girls. Is it you know what I mean?
Oops.
The Conan's 40.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Sorry.
It's okay.
Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, there's got to be someone that follows it. I mean, not enough to sustain a TV series, though. Um,
Well, I'm gonna take off too. I'm gonna go eat. I have
yeah,
left.
I gotta leave, and I'm just afraid if I won't see what's in that last part of the box. My wife's about to kill me. But anyway, I'll see you later, Meyer.
See you guys.
Take care.
Thanks. I'll
Bye.
talk to you. Bye.
Cool. I think so. Yeah, I went through.
All right.
Thank you. See you guys. Are you back? I'm back. Hold on. I sold one of those Terrifier the Clowns.
You sold a Terrifier the Clown?
Or Terrifier Art the Clown.
Art the Clown. So that's an action figure you sold?
Yeah. That's
Those
actually
are-
more like a doll. More like a 12-inch doll.
Sorry?
More like a 12-inch doll, not an action figure. Can you still see?
Yes, I can see. I have most of the issues of Micronauts. I mean, those early issues are a lot of fun.
What came
I don't know
first?
if
the
you ever
turtle or
read
the
them.
comic?
And those are books that can never be reprinted because they're partially owned by toy companies. So
Yeah, what
the
came
only way
first?
to get, I'm sorry,
The toys come first or the comics?
the toys came first. Yeah. Micronauts, Transformers, Shogun Warriors, all those were toys first. And so Marvel can never reprint them because they don't have the rights anymore to them. And so same thing with God's there. That's the first issue. Yeah.
Is it valuable or no?
I don't know. I can look it up real quick, but I maybe, yeah, maybe.
I've never had
I'm
anybody
guessing
want
about
to say
$50. Let me look it up. I mean,
nobody's looking for it.
I doubt it. I mean, you might get someone that comes in all thrilled about it, but actually, let's see. Yeah, in 9.0 condition, it's $38. 3.0 condition, $10.50.
I'll be happy to get $1 for it.
Was it beat up?
I mean, it's not terrible.
The rest of the box, pretty much Micronauts, it looked like.
Micronauts is done. Some Crisis stuff.
Oh, Crisis. Yeah, I've got all that.
There's a lot of Starman in here.
I mean, Crisis was fun to read when it was coming out, and I loved the artwork, but it was really destroying everything I loved about the comics. And then afterwards, everything was different, and I didn't like it as much. So I think that issue might have some value. These here might be from an era that are valuable. I don't know.
I swear I've seen like 4 of these in this box.
Yeah. Everyone's telling me that that period of Justice League was great when it was funny, but I never tried it because it just didn't look like my Justice League, and I just didn't want to accept it. It's like people tell me some kind of food is great, and that issue could have some value. I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the. I think that issue was valuable. I guess that's why you pulled it. Yeah. I mean, you know what you're doing. I think that was the first time that he fought. What's his face? His brother. Whatever, Sabretooth. I think. I remember looking that one up in the past, and I think it had some value. Those early Teen Titans from the new Teen Titans, I think they should be a lot more valuable than they are. They should have more value. I don't know why they don't.
Remember, I was looking for 310.
Yeah.
I've hit every number except for 310.
Oh wow. Watch it be the next book you find.
All the issues are numbered.
This box never ends.
It's almost done. This one's funny.
Oh, yeah, I just don't like that artwork.
The barcode right there.
Oh, they put it there over his crotch. Ugh. Is that a code? Did they still have the comics code approval at that time period? Is there a stamp on that book? That's why the owner of Lone Star Comics, he was so angered by DC and that Lobo stuff. He put in his comic stores, he had the DC comics at the very back of the store, so you have to walk past the Marvels to get to the DC. He was furious that DC was putting that adult content into their comics with a character that also interacted in the Superman comics that were meant or were suitable for kids. He didn't like that at all. And I think I see the end of the box.
That's it.
All right. Well, just put that pile back with whatever those few posters you had back or whatever you pulled the other day, and but yeah, that's been fun going through those boxes. You never really can tell what you found, and you pretty much have made your money back, don't you think? Once you sell those books you pulled.
I got this one in there.
What is that? What happens in that issue?
It's the first Venom, really.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
He's
so
in like
what is that book? What would that sell for?
That's 50.
What price will you put on New Mutants 98?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure what that goes for.
Because I'm going to need to sell one here in the middle of the summer.
Let's see how long it takes to sell mine, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah. That'll be a good gauge. I was thinking of maybe trying to just sell it on the show like Captain Strangelove has been doing that a few times a while back. He would show a book and then show it in detail on his show, and then someone would buy it through privately. But if I can't do that, I'll probably just put it on consignment in your store, because and some other books too that I need to that will help us continue having nourishment. Anyway, it's been fun. I got to run. I'm absolutely starving, and my wife's about to murder me. And I got to. Okay, high is 400. Oh no, no, no! There's no way it would be $40 unless it's like torn to pieces, right?
Before we get, I'll ask 120 for mine.
What kind of condition is it in? I was hoping I was going to get like $700 for mine. Rats. I think that book in I think it should be more than 400 if it's in really great shape.
That book is just overproduced.
There's just so many of them printed. Yeah, okay.
I think anybody that won one already has one.
Has one, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, because it turns up a lot. Did that lady want those Star Wars books back?
She never came back, so I sold the one in. What did I sell? I sold the 1 and the 5 and 6.
Yeah.
She said she was going to come back, and never did.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess they got their fentanyl money and ran.
Maybe.
I need to be quiet. Anyway, it's been fun, Kevin. I'll give you a call soon.
All right.
Take care. Bye.
All right. Bye.
See everybody. I'll see you real soon. Take care.